before we start the video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more lore and stuff about Alaria. Here we go. So, in the beginning, before kingdoms, before crystals, before even gods and demons, there is only one force. It was not fire, nor ice, nor shadows, nor storm. It was Altaria, the breath of the first being. From this primordial source, all magic in the world was born. Altaria is a raw, infinite, and unstable. It is not simply energy. It is a living It's a living whatever that flows through the veins of the world. Some call it the blood of gods, others say it is the heartbeat of creation itself. Every spell, every storm, every flame, every whisper of magic, all of it traces back to Altaria. But mortals cannot wield Altaria directly, you see. To touch it raw is to be destroyed. So, the kingdoms learned to extract it, refine it, and bind it into forms of crystallized essence, became known as Altarium. Stable and harnessable and adaptable, Altarium evolves to the land and the kingdom that shapes it. Each of the 9 great kingdoms harvests Altarium in their own way, and each form is unique, you see. For Verical, as we've introduced their gods before, their Altarium is called Frost Altarium. Its shards of pale blue ice whispers with trapped souls. Ember Throne's one is called Infernal Altarium, a molten obsidian shard glowing with lava veins. Thalos is one, Abyssal. Oh my god, there's a flipping. Hang on, let's go over here. Real quick to the piano, because there's a wandering trader and it's like really annoying. Thalos is one is called Abyssal Altarium, a coral-like crystal humming with whale song. Verdant Vale is called Verdant Altarium, a green crystallized sprouting roots and veins, and is known for its more of a abundant tree of life feel. We have changed the name of Der Abigur to I wrote it down somewhere but I forgot. Hang on, let's go over here because I wrote it down. Umbercrypt, yeah, Umbercrypt. Umbercrypt is Altarium, is called Hollow Altarium. Dark knots pulsing with skulk and whispers. Not much is known about their Altarium, seeing as they are more of a isolated kingdom, and not much is known about their kingdom. In fact, all we know is Kale Thorn, which is the prince and new king of Amber Crypt? Yeah, Amber Crypt. And Celestia's Altarium is known as Celestial Altarium. To the people of Celestius. Oh my god, I'm panicking, and I'm trying to get used to this. It is a storm glass shard glowing with lightning, some floating and weightless, and others cloudy and see-through. Not much is known why it becomes see-through sometimes, but they get their Altarium and they're happy. Solraz's, my favourite. Gambler Altarium. A crystal shifting into dice, cards, or masks is unpredictable and chaotic. Kinda like the energy of Solraza. Sekham Sahol is one's called the Pharaoh's Altarium. Golden. Oh my god. Okay. I need to get into character. Let's get into Osmodius. Confident, cocky, and whatever. Pharaoh's Altarium. Golden sandstone shards etched with hieroglyphics. The Sekhem Sahol is very open with their Altarium. They like to experiment with it because that's what they're known for. The Egyptians of Sekhem Sahol are very experimental in their Altarium, and they have made multiple breakthroughs in the Altarium science. Moving on to Oasia. Their Altarium is called Oasis Altarium, a lotus-like crystal filled with eternal water, blooming with life. And it comes in 2 stages, the one we've just said now, and a swirling orb with a sandstorm inside of it. From their crystals, each kingdom has mastered a different path of magic, and with time they have grown into legend. Varakal's magic is ice and death, seeing as the cold is a very worthy opponent. Spells that can freeze enemies, raise strays from the dead, and forge weapons of living frost. More skilled users of frost magic can use the move known as the Crown of the Frozen King, first mastered by the first king of the Frozen Kingdom of Varakal. It freezes an entire battlefield in internal icing, trapping souls within unmelting coffins. Amber Throne's magic is of fire and fury. They are dangerous pyromancers that are very skilled in what they do. Their spells can consist of firestorms, lava eruptions, hellfire burns, and flames that can burn the soul from the body. Skilled users of this magic can use or try and use Hellforge Cataclysm. It summons a volcanic eruption and rains hellfire meteors across the land. Not much is known, and not many masters of this ultimate magic is known. There is not many masters of pyromancy, although they are quite good with their fire magic. Thalos magic is of the deep ocean. They can shape water into weapons, become living tide, crush enemies with abyssal pressure, and much, much more. Their queen, who made this ultimate magic, has named it the Abyssal Leviathan Maw. It is sort of like shaping water, but you are more or less shaping it into a giant colossal leviathan that swallows armies and cities whole. Verdant veil. Magic, life, and spirit. Spells. Their spells consist of shape, stone, and earth. So, like earthbending. They can heal wounds and summon ancestral spirits. And much more. Their archmages of this magic came up with an ultimate healing factor known as the bloom eternal. It summons a world tree that heals allies, resurrects the fallen, and lashes enemies with thorns and roots. And much more. God. Can't remember the name. But it's the Skulk Kingdom. Their magic is consisted of shadow and skulk. Spells consist of cloak in darkness, phasing through stone, and spawning skulk growth. Their first king, not much is known of him, but he was a void kin, or void being, a very ancient being, and his magical power was astronomical, and he created the Heart of the Deep, a very overwhelming and consistent attack. Cloaks the world in silence and shadow, spawning endless wardens to hunt the intruders until the intruder is dead. Celestials, Celestius, magic of sky and judgment. Not much is known about their magic, but ancient sources tell that they can cool lightning, smite with holy fire, and unleash demonic runes. Their ultimate, which is also quite ancient, and not much is known about it, and I only recently just translated it into English. Their ultimate is known as the Judgment of the Twin Thrones. It splits the sky into heaven and hell, releases storms of holy lightning and hellfire. Solraza, magic of chance and chaos. Their magic consists of bend luck, conjuring cards and dice as weapons, and unleashing illusionary tricks. The only known person who's ever been able to unleash this deadly attack was the Chaos God of Solraza, the Royal Flush of Fate. Draw 5 magical cards, each altering reality, from Gold Rain to reversed gravity to a deadly joker. Sechem Sahol, magic of sun and desert. Their magic is very ancient in the contrast that they have been around for so very long. Their spells consist of commanding sand serpents, summoning mirages, casts of solar curses, sand manipulation, and earth manipulation. Their king, who made up this ultimate attack, with his split personality of Ra and Anubis, consisted of the soul of Eclipse of Anubis. It darkens the sun, summons sandstorms of jackal warriors, and binds the soul to eternal Ornans, which is basically like tormation or tormenting. It's like limbo, basically. Oasia. Oh, fuck it. I'm just going to call it Oasia, because that's what it sounds like in my head. Magic of growth and oasis. Their spells consist of growth, grow lush jungles instantly. Entangled enemies in vines and summon protective waters. They also have the ability of water manipulation and sand manipulation. Their ultimate, who that would, oh, for fuck's sake. Their greatest spell, called Garden of the First Oasis, transforms wastelands into paradise, where plants heal allies and devour enemies. Altaria is eternal, and oh god, Altaria is eternal, and Altarium is immortal. One is infinite breath of the world, and the other is a fragment, a shadow of its power. But there is a cost. Every spell, every relic, every crystal drains Altaria veins. And if kingdoms take too much, they may unravel magic itself. So I ask you, traveller, what happens when the source runs dry? That is all. Oh no. That is all. Yeah, that is all. Yeah, that is all. We will go into a separate video of explaining more of these spells in detail. But until then, this is Osmo, and you are watching Tales of Alaria.